Hi, hello. Today we're gonna make one of my favorite go-to weekday meals. It's a very special lentil salad. It's incredibly nutritious thanks to lentils and greens. You can make it in 30 minutes or less. And best of all, eating it is going to transport you to the south of France. Garçon, a little more wine, please. I know some folks can feel a little intimidated by cooking lentils. Don't be, it is a very simple process. If you've cooked pasta before, you can cook lentils. It's pretty much the same process. Measuring out 1 cup of lentils, and I'm just gonna sift through the lentils, make sure there are no pebbles or rocks in them. It's not fun to chew down on one of those. And by the way, you might have noticed I'm using French green lentils. These are my personal go-to for a lentil salad because they stay firm and kind of keep their shape when you cook them. They're not gonna get soft or mushy. Got a great peppery flavor. Oh, found a pebble. Looks like a grain of wheat. Not sure what it's doing in there. All right, we are pebble free. Ta-da! While the water is still heating up, I'm gonna get started on the other components. We're gonna coat the cooked lentils in this delicious aromatic dressing with sizzled shallots and garlic and lemon zest and chili flakes, like really simple ingredients, but lots of big flavors. So I've got 2 medium shallots and I'm going to thinly slice them into rings. It's getting shallot-y in here. It's time for these. No shame. In case you're wondering what these are, they are onion goggles. Very fashionable, would highly recommend.
Looks like Amelia Earhart.
A legend. In goes the compost. Oh. We're also going to use a generous amount of garlic. The reason I'm peeling the garlic cloves by hand instead of just smashing down on them to remove the skins is because I want to thinly slice them, and if I smash on them, they'll be smashed. Sounds like our water's at a boil. Let's check on it. Yes, it is time to add the lentils. Before we do that, we need salt. Remember how I said cooking lentils is like cooking pasta? You season your pasta water well because you want your pasta to taste seasoned. You want your lentils to be seasoned. Don't be stingy. Woo! I'm also gonna add a couple other quick flavors to season our lentils. A bay leaf and a nice amount of black pepper. And now we're ready for the lentils. So the difference between lentils and pasta is that you don't boil the lentils, you just simmer them. For French green lentils, they need about 18 to 20 minutes, and you want them to be al dente. You don't want them to be soft or overcooked. And then you can work on everything else in this recipe. I've got my shallots and garlic. I'm also going to zest 2 lemons. It's gonna add some pep in our step. Gonna add some pep into our salad. If you saw my video on a 1-hour meal prep, you know that I often like to partially prep some components of a larger meal so that when it comes time to cook during the week to make that larger meal, it is a lot quicker and more streamlined. So for this recipe, you could cook the lentils, say on Sunday during your meal prep, store those in the fridge in a container. You could also slice the shallots and garlic ahead of time. And then let's say you wanna make your lentil salad for lunch on Tuesday or Wednesday, it's gonna come together super quickly. I'm also gonna add a little bit of heat to the salad with some chili flakes. These are Aleppo pepper chili flakes. It's a mild chili flake originally from Aleppo, Syria. Fortunately, they don't make that there anymore because of the civil war that is happening there. You can use red pepper flakes, which are spicier, but use a smaller amount. And then a heaping half teaspoon of flaky sea salt. The last thing I want to prep for our aromatic dressing of sorts that's going to coat the lentils, give it tons of flavor, are some nuts. I have a little bit of pine nuts left from my giant Costco bag. They're expensive, I know. You don't have to use them. You can use pistachios, walnuts, almonds. We're gonna use a ½ cup today. And we're gonna get started on our dressing situation. Oh, no, actually the lentils are gonna be done in a minute. So I'm gonna drain those first, and then I'll show you how I put this together. Perfect. Tender, still has a nice bite though. Pick out your bay leaf and set these aside for a minute. All right, you're gonna heat a large frying pan or saute pan over medium heat for a minute or 2. Then we're gonna add in some extra virgin olive oil. This is gonna help the shallots and garlic get nice and golden. Let's grab the shallots and garlic. Sizzle, sizzle. Pinch of salt. Use your spatula to break up any of these shallot rings. These need about 3 minutes. You don't want to cook them too long because the garlic will start to brown, just until the shallots get a little bit of color on them. All right, time to add our nuts. And essentially what we're gonna do is toast the nuts, bring out their nutty flavors. You want to give the nuts a chance to get golden brown, but don't walk away because they will burn. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, she's sizzling all right. All right, our pine nuts are looking nicely golden in some spots, so we'll add the rest of our ingredients. Ooh, it smells so good. And this last step, the lemon zest, the chili flakes, and flaky salt, needs just 30 seconds. You wanna get this off the heat as soon as you can and transfer it to a bowl. Last thing to prep, you already know I love using fresh herbs in all of my salads. Any soft, fresh herb is fine. So I've got basil, a little bit of leftover parsley from last week, and some mint. And by the way, as always, the full printable recipe with metric and imperial measurements is on the blog. It's linked in the description box below. Got some big old basil leaves. And the best way, in my opinion, to slice them is to stack them and then to roll them up and then just thinly slice them. It's called a chiffonade, and then you get cute little ribbons like this. Parsley, you'll just give it a chop. And a little fresh mint. If it's tender like mine is, you can just tear it with your hands, no need to slice it up. We're ready to combine everything. So we've got our amazing smelling, lemony, garlicky shallot mixture here. We'll add the lentils directly to this. We need to brighten this up a little bit because we have some richness from the olive oil. We need some acidity. I'm gonna use some of the lemon juice from one of these lemons. You want about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. I'm also gonna add a tablespoon of vinegar. This is champagne vinegar. You could also use white wine vinegar or red wine vinegar. Season with some pepper, a little more salt. All right, let's give it a taste, see if it needs any more vinegar or lemon. Fold in your fresh herbs. The last thing I like to do is fold in some salad greens. I've got arugula, it's a nice nutrition boost. If you want this to be like a salad heavy salad, you could add more. This is about 3 cups. And you don't have to use arugula if you don't like it. You can use any other soft salad green. And you wanna toss everything with the arugula while it's still warm, so the arugula kind of, not wilts, but like, you know, it's not so salady. It is excellent with some crusty bread on the side. Let's give it a taste. It's tangy and fresh, but also like buttery and garlicky. It's got everything I want. And I know it can be difficult to put together quick weeknight meals, so I've put a short playlist together of my go-tos. You can find it right here. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!